What's the word? What's the word? A little bit of everything podcast. I decided to substitute the theme song music with me pouring a glass of wine. So how y'all doing today? Y'all, you know me, man. I'm just cold chilling. Thursday in the books. I would like to shout out Peaches and Cream. I was just on their podcast. Had a damn good time. You feel me? Back at the roots where it all started for your boy. Where I first found out about podcasts and things of that nature. But here we are. On mine. And man, we got a few things. It's been a minute since I've been on here. Rocking with y'all, man. Oh, you know what? Let's keep it player. Let's keep it player. Let's just start from the top. Let's go ahead on and congratulate the Lakers and the Dodgers for winning championships in short and abbreviated seasons where players were, not playing and opting out and things of that nature. But hey, a win is a win. Champions are champions. And here we are with it. You feel me? Brian got his fourth. The Dodgers got their first in 32 years, I believe. 88 was the last time they got one. So, it's good to see. It's good to be a part of it. It's good to, see it go down. But as a Giants fan, you are definitely, I don't want to say salty because you got, 3 and 5 years. So could you really be salty? And the Dodgers got what? 1 and 5? So, and then the Lakers, it seemed like the Lakers win one every 10 years. So you can't really, trip too hard about it. It is what it is. But, yeah, but you know what I took from that, though? As I sipped this Cabernet from Robert Mondavi. Cabernet Sauvignon 2017, you know what I'm talking about? The Bay culture is all over California, man. All up and down it. And people may try to act like the Bay started all of the... Like, the first thing you seen with people doing is donuts. Like, sideshow type atmosphere. And everybody was all upset about it or talking about it, like, oh, they're stealing it from the Bay. But the only reason they got that from the Bay is because somebody came down there with that movement and introduced them to that. That's really the only way that happened like that. Ain't no way. Listen, I can't learn how New York cats do New York stuff on Instagram. I can't learn how they do it on Twitter. Somebody from there has to come down and tell me something about it so I know what it is. You feel me? That's the only way you're going to really know what's going on if somebody puts you on. And I think it's a lot of Bay Area cats who either move down there or go down there and start fucking with niggas. And then all of a sudden, mannerisms, styles, you feel me, movements, thinking processes, thought processes, I should say. That's how they end up getting down and they get down. Then next thing you know, the whole culture or the movement or everything that the Bay Area put together end up down in LA. You feel me? And that's game. That's how game gets circulated. Unfortunately. But, man, it's just funny to see people trying to make it seem like they don't get it from us. Like, bro, y'all get it. Y'all, not everything y'all got, but the majority of the stuff y'all got, man, y'all get it from the Bay Area. You feel me? We the Cali Kings up here. You know what I'm saying? We got everything popping and hyped up. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, y'all got y'all little movements. Y'all got y'all beaches and gang banging. That's y'all movement down there. But all the popping shit, we got that popping, man. That's the Bay Area thing about it. You feel me? Excuse me while I record my mic real quick. Adjust my mic real quick. While we on sports, so check this out. I pulled up in the hood last week. And I'm a nigga who like hoodies. I'm a hoodie connoisseur. Like I'm a red wine connoisseur. So I like to collect different type of hoodies, different type of teams, things of that nature. And I slid through the block before we ended up at some damn stripper party. I slid through the block with a Celtics hat, Celtics hoodie on. You feel me? And my partners, my partners who are diehard Warrior fans wasn't feeling it. You feel me? Talking about, why am I wearing the Celtics when you're a Warriors fan? And I told him, I asked him, bruh, how would you feel if I pulled up tonight in a Celtic green Warriors hoodie? Like, how lame would that really look if I put up in a Celtics green Warriors hoodie? Like, that would look lame as hell. Who would want to even look at that? In all honesty. But Celtics green Warriors hoodie. Man, but it just got me to thinking, like, how being a fan of a team or a player that ain't your hometown, how frowned upon that is by a lot of people. Because I was a Kobe fan forever. Kobe fan, Jordan fan. That was my guys. R.P. to the Mamba. But, you feel me? My partner's like, if they ain't on the Warriors, or if they ain't on the Giants, or if they ain't on the Niners, why are you even rooting for them or caring about what they're talking about or any of that? I'm like, bruh, you can like who you like. Like, that's part of sports. You should be a fan favorite of your home team. Like, even though I am a Packers fan, I'm still a Niners fan too. And I will never, the only time I ever choose another team over the Niners is when the Packers are playing the Niners. But I couldn't be a Dodgers fan in San Francisco. I couldn't be a Cincinnati Bengals fan in San Francisco. I couldn't be a Seattle Seahawks fan in San Francisco. Like, I couldn't be a Rams fan in San Francisco. Like, how does that work? How does that process work? Now, you may like a lot of players in certain places. But, you know, I just think you should be able to like players wherever you want, but you should fuck with your team, your home team, no matter what it is. And my process on why I was a Packers fan is because I was a Brett Favre fan and been fucking with the Packers ever since. That's your favorite player turn into another team. I mean, playing to your favorite team, but I never traded allegiances on the Niners. You feel me? That's a team you want to see win. It's tough when they beat the Packers. It's tough when the Packers beat them, but it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to ride out with it. But, yeah, they was definitely on my bumper about that. They felt some type of way about me having on the Celtics gear. But I just had to roll it out. You know how that go. So, this is current. This is today. This happened when I got off work. I seen this when I got home from work. Teflon Don. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne basically gave a full-on endorse to Donald Trump. Teflon Don today. And it got a lot of people up in airs. Now, first of all, let's gather Lil Wayne's track history with Black Lives Matters and not seeing racism. Those are things that he said on record. You feel me? And I mean, that's his opinion. He's entitled to it. Nobody's here to knock that. But the full-on endorsement was just a little off. You know what I'm talking about? Like Cube said he listened to what Trump had to say, his representatives. He listened, and Biden didn't want to talk to him after the election, so he didn't listen to what Biden was talking about. But they tried to contact him after I just heard. After he came out public that said they didn't want to talk to him after the election, then he said they tried to hit him and hear what he was talking about. But they are making it seem like the way Cube got persecuted for just saying he listened. I think they went harder on Cube than they going in on Wayne, who was pretty much endorsing. We got a picture with Trump and all this shit. Now, let me say this. Because 50 Cent talking about he going to vote for Trump. Millionaires, 9 times out of 10, fuck with Republicans because Republicans are trying to find tax breaks for wealthy people. That's their movement. That's how they get in office on a regular basis. They are trying to find, they have money invested in whatever. They got their money up, and they trying to put people who all got their money up. Trump got his money up. So they're trying to wiggle their way in through selling the dream or selling the truth. Taxes are better for the rich people when they fuck with Republicans. This is true. Taxes weren't a lot of Republicans and people who voted for Republicans before Obama got in office hated how Obama wasn't giving these tax breaks to these millionaires. He was getting on millionaires. Millionaires don't like that. And millionaires had to suffer through that for 8 years. So I feel personally that a lot of millionaires, including black people, voted for Trump the first time around. They didn't broadcast it, although it was a sham of a vote, and they came in and fuck with Brad anyway, because a lot of niggas fuck with Trump. I said it on the past podcast before. A lot of rappers, entertainers, fucked with Trump before he was president. This is real shit. It's record. You can go out and find it. They was all on his roast and rap to be like him. Even Jay-Z rap to be like Trump and have money like Trump and accumulate wealth like Trump. So it's not hard to see them backing somebody that's talking about putting money back in their pockets if they become president. Wayne is a millionaire, hundreds of millions. So having somebody to back, you having not getting as much money taken from you because Biden already said he's taking. If you make $400,000 or more, you getting hit, boom, in the jaw. He want that bread, and Trump ain't on it. And a lot of niggas is with Trump. You feel me? They may secretly not like what Trump do or like some of the shit he say or his actions or the way he wiggle or when shit gets spunky, how he pick a side. They may not like it at all. But if he is giving you what you're interested in, you rolling with that because that's what you want. That's the money you putting money back in your pockets. You feel me? And like my nigga Nick said earlier, millionaires always forget that they was regular people at some point. You feel me? You was a regular person at first before you was this millionaire. So how could you just be like, oh, I just need to protect my assets, my wealth, my generational. It's more to it than that. Especially if you are one of these millionaires trying to support, racial injustice. Because, you kind of drawn, like you upset with what he says regarding your people, but you cool with what he's doing to protect your finances. Like that, my nigga. That's a tough one right there. Who are you about? Your people or yourself? Like, who are you really interested in? Your people or yourself? Like, that's the real deal at the end of the day. So, it's a tough one. It's hard to see. Because to me, Wayne is one of the greatest rappers of them all. And it's hard to see somebody that you support when he drop and, support his music. Now it's like, and I get it why he doing it, but it's like, damn, bro, like, you just really just looking out for your own pocket at the end of the day. Fuck everything else. What can I do to win on the other end of this spectrum? You feel me? So, that's just something, a little bit of something to think about. Now, let me tell you this. I'm going to keep it all the way G. When he caught the COVID and I was on here talking about you got to vote and, put the game in motion to get him up out of there. And I still feel like that. You still got to get him up out of there. He's a public nuisance. He's a habitual shit starter. He been cool lately because I think he know it's a good chance he could actually lose it. So he's trying to get pretty much the niggas online. I think he already got a good majority of the white vote, but he ain't got the niggas online. And so I think that, you feel me, he trying to wiggle his way back in. I think it's a lot of black people that's gonna roll with it and be cool with it and go all the way in for him and make it in. I don't know if we can handle 4 more years, bro. I really don't. And a lot of people holding their heads up for him doing stuff for black people and being more like, bro, he just doing that shit just to get the vote, and then he gonna be right back on what he was on. Let's just not fall for the okie doke. Let's be smart. Like I said on the last podcast, a lot of people don't trust Biden and Kamala Harris, and that's fine. You're entitled to that. But let's think of the bigger picture involving what we've been seeing the last 2-3 years. We don't know how the next 2-3 years is going to be. So it's almost as if, it's pick your poison, huh? You want to go for the next 2-3 years with people that you kind of know they track history a little bit? Or you want to go 2-3 years with the dude that you just seen making you upset the last 2-3 years? It's a cold choice, man. It's a cold choice. I'm going to always choose, me personally, to put somebody that's in politics over somebody who has never been in politics. And we just had somebody that's never been in politics. All everybody did was complain. So that's going to be that on that, and that's going to be that on that. So, hold on, let me find this real quick. Because I was, where that little card at? They used to get this card in Jordans, right? That, if you bought a pair of Jordans, they would give you this card. And it'll have whatever shoe that came out would be at the end of the card. And if you had all the shoes, the card was bigger. So you'll have one through the last newest Jordan shoe I bought was like I've got it up right now. It was the 23s. I like the 23s. 23s was nice. And it was cool to hoop in there, but it's light. But your top 3 Jordans. Now, this is subjective, and I'm going to keep this question when I have people on. And I'm finna have people on because it's time to get niggas back on. We definitely got to get Nick crazy ass back on this motherfucker. James, too. O Green back on here. We had Mo P on here. Need to get a couple homies from the hood on here. I'm going to get Low on here. I need to get Low and Nick on up. Oh, that'd be insane. But my top 3 Jordans. So the 13s, the He Got Games, that color. That's the top 3 Jordan for me. The 12s are my all-time favorite Jordan. 12s, all-time favorite Jordan. Those are the flu game color Jordans. And my third, man, I'm still a sucker for the 9s. I'm still a sucker for the 9s, man. I think the 9s is going to be my joints. 1s, my top 3 again, 9s, 12, 13s. 1s are dope. Never really cared too much for the 2s. Never actually owned a pair of 3s. 4s is cool. 5s is cool. 6s is dope. 7s is cool. Love 8s. 9 is a favorite. 10 is dope till they get creased. 12 is dope till you kind of break. 11 is dope till you kind of break them in. Then they kind of start hurting your feet a little bit. 12's goat. 13 is goat. 14. Listen, if you're going to get a pair of 14s, some Jordan 14s, let me give you a little bit of game. Number 1, most importantly, do not get no white pair at all. Once that bottom part get a little bit it's over. You can forget about it. They're going to start going. So 14s, get you something all black or whatever solid color they got that's going to not get discolored easily. And just pray for the best in wearing them because they're going to fold up on you at some point. They're going to fold up on you. The 15s, 16s, 17s was dope. Them the ones that came in a little luggage. And they had the little strap you can like detach. Them was the ones with the Wizards. 18s was dope. I like those. 19s and 20s was raw. 20s was raw. I always liked the 20s with the little strap around the ankle right there. 21s and 22s, I used to hoop in them. It was heavy, really cloggy. 23s, damn near you can like be like some club shoes back in the day. Like they look like they kind of remind me of Creative Rex, kind of sort of in a way. If you older Bay Area, you know what Creative Rex is, and then they had the Dub Zeros. Always like the Dub Zeros. After that, I was out. I was out there. You can forget about it. I think they have to like 35 or some shit like that. And I seen the last pair of them little 35s I seen. Them was okay. Them was okay. The black and red ones I seen, them was cool. Them was cool. But yeah, Jordan still milking us, still hitting us for everything we got. Before I tear up out of here, let's go ahead and talk about the holiday that's right around the corner, even though it's not really a holiday. Halloween. Still the most overrated. Nah, Christmas is the most overrated. But, I mean, this year is definitely going to be different. You can't. I still think people are going to try to trick or treat. And I think that people are going to be a little more conscious. Maybe they'll. I don't know. It's going to be tough to kind of do it because you can't really just put candy out there for people unless you like individually bag it. But then you got to spray it down. I mean, you can spray it down. You can definitely spray the wrappers down. It's going to be, man, it's going to be a tough holiday. Me personally, we gonna fuck with my god kids, and we're going to their cousin's house and family house. We finna just have all the kids. They can dress up. We're gonna put some movies on. You feel me? Today, get some candy, make some cookies, and do some things of that nature. I'm personally ready to let them watch Michael Myers. That's just me. Let's just go ahead and get it out the way. Either Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger. Now, let me keep it real with you. I was about 7 the first time I seen Freddy, and I have been How do you make a movie where you die in your sleep and die in real life at the same? Like how? Like you didn't think kids was gonna sneak in and try to watch that? Like how did that work? But yeah, though. So, but yeah, I really want to introduce him to Halloween. If my oldest godson is old enough, I might, when his mama ain't around, just wiggle him in to another room one day and be like, bro, watch this. You gonna live through it. And it's gonna be bad, but you're gonna live through it. But yeah though. But I mean, it's still quarantine and shit ain't gonna probably get back together or back to normal till probably next summer. So hopefully, you can figure out some creative ways for the children to enjoy themselves. Y'all to enjoy themselves. I mean, it's probably the best time to really just have all the kids that your kids really fuck with, all the people that you fuck with. House party. For me, bring a bunch of candy, make some cakes, make some cookies, tacos, drinks, things of that nature. Apple cider for the kids to pop. And, just wig out and just have a good time. Shit. You ain't really gotta go door to door. You can get candy. You can go buy big bags of candy wherever and just let them trick or treat at each door in every house if you want to do that. If that's the movement, and just a little bit of LB game. I'm just trying to get you a little bit of something. But I've noticed with myself that usually when I do a podcast after I did a podcast in a minute, they're usually shorter. And my podcasts are usually like 45, 50 minutes, an hour or something like that. Unless I got niggas on, we wilding and shit like that. But when I ain't did one in a minute, I usually like to keep it at 30. I just like to get y'all attention real quick. Let y'all know I'm back. But I'm definitely, as soon as we hang up, as soon as we get done with this podcast, I'm gonna for sure See if I could put together me a Nick and D-Lo, because that's going to be epic. And I'm going to let Lo smoke and drink. Nick going to be perking. I'd even throw Jay Hadd in the bunch, man. It's going to be live, but I'm going to put something together. I need something to get the rails back rolling again all the way. You feel me? And it's going to be recorded. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to shout y'all. We're going to record it all the way through and through. But yeah, though, a little bit of everything podcast. I appreciate y'all for listening, man. I'm going to holler at y'all on the flip side. Peace.